Caddicarus is a funny British YouTube man who is somehow one of the best examples of how a form of entertainment handled the 2020 global pandemic tastefully. To explain why I believe so, we need to back up a bit. So the Caddicarus channel went through a retool in January 2020 of how it put out videos, where instead of critically and comedically analyzing one game, Caddy would shift his focus on making a more comedic video focused on a larger topic, whether that be a group of games or a bigger aspect of the industry in one big video that would be released every few months or so. Things were going pretty solid for him as the videos were slowly performing better than his last few years, but then it happened. Everyone was forced inside in March of 2020 in order to avoid getting the COVID-19 virus. It caused a lot of stress and anxiety for people all over the globe, but it also caused a major boom in various industries, including YouTube, since everyone had nothing better to do for a while. People just wanted some escapism in the midst of a dangerous situation, and while our boy Caddicarus did provide it, he also provided a little something extra as he wouldn't completely ignore the outside situation. Caddicarus tackled the pandemic quite creatively through the means of the bricks. You see, YouTube is a sensitive platform these days, so it can be weird about giving you money if you mention real-life issues or topics. Hell, making this video explicitly talking about the pandemic, I'm probably risking YouTube getting on my ass, but let's not worry about that. So to comment on the subject without getting flagged, Caddy stated in his videos that the world had been turned into bricks, forcing everyone inside. These bricks were a funny way to comment on current events while keeping the jokes coming, and not just for one video either, as we can see a story arc form through Caddy's 2020 videos, not just of the running gag of the bricks, but in the topics he chose to cover and how it reflects what many people decide to do during the 2020 pandemic. Caddy started off this arc by looking back at his shitty old videos, an innocent nostalgic time of days long gone, while trying to inspire the next generation to take up the hobby. Then he found something new to watch in gaming in the Clinton years, tried to get back to a somewhat normal routine by playing a bunch of DreamWorks games, and decided to complete a tough long-term challenge with the Crash Bandicoot Platinum Relics. These video topics represent phases that people went through during lockdown. Not in that order, obviously, everyone handled the situation differently, but they represented recurring patterns we saw and experienced during that time. Hell, you can even interpret the gag of Caddy getting married and later divorcing the bricks as fully accepting the reality he and many others found himself in before the breakthrough in vaccines. It's all very silly satirical stuff made to make you do a ha-ha, but I still found it fascinating both watching these videos at the time they came out and rewatching them now to see how they handled a serious topic in a comedic context exceptionally well. I love to look back at this era of Caddicarus every now and again to see how Caddy made the most of his talents in a terrible situation, something we can all be reminded of and learn from every now and again.